Hey there! A few weeks ago, I made a video on the worst advice that I have ever received as an artist trying to build consistent income from my work. And after taking some time to think about it, I want to share with you the actual best advice that I've gotten and how it's played out in my art business. This is advice that I give new artists who come to me, and this is also what I would tell the younger version of myself if I were able to go back in time. But first, I want to say thank you for joining me today. If you like this video and think you might like to work with me personally to create consistent income in your art business, there's a link in the description below to apply for my Palette to Profit program. I'd love to chat with you and see if it's a good fit. In case we haven't met yet, my name is Jennifer Daly, and I'm a fine artist who makes a six-figure income just from my art. I'm also incredibly passionate about empowering other women to reach their own art business goals, and I've helped dozens of artists get focused and find success. So, the best advice I've ever received as an artist entrepreneur is really two parts. The first is to figure out what you want. And sometimes this is harder than it seems. There have been times in my life where I knew exactly what I wanted. Like in high school, I knew I wanted to go to a good college and get a degree in graphic design. But as I get older, it's not always so obvious. I have to work a little harder to figure out what I want, and the way that I like to do that is through writing, specifically journaling or morning pages. In case you haven't heard of morning pages, it's a practice taught by Julia Cameron in the book The Artist's Way, which is a great book, by the way, if you haven't read it. So morning pages are a practice of getting up first thing in the morning and brain dumping 3 pages of writing. It's really just a stream of consciousness in your writing. The only real objective is to fill those 3 pages. But what I find is that after a few days or weeks sometimes of writing those pages, I'm able to find clarity. And so sometimes I'll go into writing those pages with a question like, what do I want? And see what happens. Eventually, I'll have an answer to that question, or at least enough of an answer to get moving forward. Let me know in the comments if you have experience with writing morning pages or another writing practice. I'd really love to know. So after you know what you want, or at least have a good idea of what you want, you need to find a mentor who's already doing it. Find somebody who is where you want to be. And I know this sounds kind of grand, and sometimes it is, but really this works on all scales. For example, when I was struggling in my art practice to find a style that felt like it was mine, I found an instructor who taught exactly that, and I was able to settle into my style within 3 months of working with him. I'm sure I could have figured it out on my own, but it would have been a much longer and much harder process. Likewise, I've sought out mentorship from artists who are just a few steps ahead of me in their businesses, and also from specialists when I want to learn anything from building an educational program to understanding the finances of my business. I simply understand the value of learning from other people when I can, so I don't waste precious time figuring everything out on my own, things that have already been figured out by someone else before. That's why even at this point in my career, I still invest heavily in education every single year, whether that's books, courses, or individual mentorship. Investing in help from people who know how to do what I want to do, that has been the best advice I have ever received on my art journey. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. I already mentioned I offer a program to help emerging artists build their art businesses, but I also offer a really great free resource for building your audience. This is the first place I think all artists need to focus once they're ready to start selling their work. So check it out at the link below. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm show this information to more artists like you. And finally, if you'd like to hear about the worst advice that I've received while building my art business, then watch this video next. All right, thanks so much and have a great day.